I'm so sick of this. It's like I have to keep saying this like every other month in regards to Natalie, and it's so annoying. So I'm watching this back and forth between Rolly and Natalie, and I'm not shaken nor stirred by anything Rolly is saying. And in fact, Rolly is getting on my goddamn nerves. I'm not gonna fucking lie. She getting on my nerves. I really just want her to sit there and be quiet, but she ain't gonna do that because she gotta just say something on the internet. So the reason why I have photos of Rolly, Jayla, Scotty, and Biggie is because all four of these girls have had a beef with Natalie in some way, shape, or form. But they all have the same thing in common. They will never leave this bitch alone. Now, at the core of this, Natalie Nunn. Some of y'all might be too young to remember Bad Girls Club. And I just feel like if you're watching Baddies and have never went back to watch the season or seasons where Natalie Nunn appeared on Bad Girls Club, you're doing yourself a disservice. As someone who grew up watching Bad Girls Club, I can tell you that Natalie Nunn has not changed. The only thing that has changed about her is that she is embracing, or you know what, I'm not even going to say embracing. She has become a caricature of the thing that she so despised when she was younger on Bad Girls Club. Because when she was 22, 23 years old, getting her start on Bad Girls Club, the first thing out her mouth when she showed up on the screen was that she don't even like black people. She came into the house, saw the cast members. There were two dark-skinned women on the goddamn cast. And she talked about, oh, she's probably ghetto as fucking ratchet. And she probably got like multiple baby daddies. Just making the most outrageous commentary about black women, period, as if she herself is not black. She distanced herself completely from any ideology or any idea that she is black. She distanced herself from black culture, period, because that was just so beneath her. And I run LA. Up until she started getting notoriety for not only her behavior, but also her chin. Then you start seeing her interact with a lot of famous black people. But then you see her on a totally other season. Actually, no, I still think it was the first season of Bad Girls Club. And she's recounting hanging out with Chris Brown, and she's saying she hates Rihanna, and she's glad that Chris Brown did what he did to her. And then seasons on later on, where it was Bad Girls All-Star or whatever the case was, she's still kind of giving that uppity, like, I'm above you, bitch, ew, energy. Natalie has always been conniving. She's always been manipulative. She has always just been a bad friend, period. Natalie be talking her shit. She'll befriend one person and talk shit about them later, which is very evident when she was on that season with Judy. She played that girl like a fucking fiddle, which got Camilla pissed off and tried to whoop her ass. Natalie is not known for being loyal. Natalie is not known for being nice. Natalie is not known for being best friends with anybody. She can't even be loyal to her own fucking husband. Which now turns me to these four women and asks, what the fuck make y'all think she gonna be loyal to y'all asses? Which now brings me straight to Rolly. Why the fuck are you on this internet like talking shit? Because realistically, you ain't gonna do shit. Sure, your ass is gonna smack Natalie at the reunion. I'm sure of it. But you know what your stupid ass gonna do? Turn right the fuck back around and go back on Zeus Network and go back on Baddies. And the fact that you're arguing with her and then you get on the internet and you talk about well, y'all can never kick me off Baddies. Y'all can never do this. You look dumber than a bucket of fucking rock. If you really feel like she's being egregious and she's disrespecting the fuck out of you, why do you want to continue sharing spaces with this bitch? Oh, because you have nothing else going on for yourself. You have nothing happening outside of this show besides Baddies. Baddies is your main bag. And you know, once you leave this show, people are not going to give a fuck about what the fuck you got going on. Don't nobody want to smoke your little nasty blunt. I don't know what else you got going on. I guess your rap career is cute, but it's not fruitful enough for you to quit this damn show. So you're wasting your breath and your energy and you look fucking foolish. You always going to be a slave to Natalie. Let's just call it for what it is. Which also now brings me to Jayla. Jayla doing this cry thing last season because Natalie didn't have her back or whatever the case was, whatever that situation was. Kind of crazy. Jayla, you know Natalie longer than anybody else here. You already know how Natalie is. So I don't know in what world you didn't think she was going to do the same shit to you. You think because you're pretty and you're one of the OGs that she would have a little more respect for you? No, she don't respect nobody but herself and maybe Lemuel. And I said maybe because there's been a couple times she was talking shit about him on the internet. And watching Jayla last season, I actually lost a little bit of respect for her because she was actively partaking in the bullshit that Natalie was doing. And then once Natalie turned that bullshit onto her, then she wants to play victim. No, sister. And that also goes for Scotty. Scotty's always going back and forth with Natalie. How much longer does this woman have to essentially beat your ass for you to fucking realize she's not your friend? She has never been your fucking friend. Like, we watched this woman put her hands on you. We watched her talk to you like you was a fucking dog. We watched her rag your ass out on the internet. We watched her sit here. I don't even think she's the one that leaked it, but she took video of you licking her coochie. She has you licking her pussy for fucking fun. But somehow this is your friend. You are also a slave to fucking Natalie. Because without Natalie, you would have nothing. Without Natalie, you would not have met Lemuel. You use Natalie as your cash cow. Let's call it for what the fuck it is. So as much as you fight with Natalie and as much as you flap your gums about Natalie and all the shit, you be popping your shit in these confessionals every fucking season, you still gonna fucking be there. All the shit that Natalie has done to you, nobody would be her fucking friend. In fact, Natalie would get her ass whooped every fucking day. But not you, Scotty. Not you, Jayla. Not you, Rolly. And then also the same with fucking Biggie. We already know she ain't fighting nobody. But the other thing is, Biggie is also a fucking flip-flopper. She'll talk all that shit about Natalie with every other cast member, but then you can see on the show she's so desperately seeking validation from Natalie. She wants Natalie to care about her. She wants to be a part of the baddie like crew. She wants to be on the private jets with Natalie. She wants to be in Natalie's space, and Natalie has shown her time and time again she don't fuck with you. In fact, I think Natalie looks at you in pure disgust and she laughs at you because she's like, Biggie really think that she can hang with me? That's crazy. Like, look at this fucking slob. Get her out my face. And it has nothing to do with her being big or anything, but if it's Natalie, it probably has something to do with her being big. But Biggie, you have shown time and time again that you are one of the weakest links on the show. Natalie is taking full advantage of that. You now jumping into the beef between her and Rolly flapping your gums because you want the validation from Natalie. But I 100% believe Rolly when she said you be in her phone talking about how Natalie don't respect you in the way that Zeus be treating you. But yet you're so hard trying to come back on this goddamn show. Natalie has been the same person for 2 decades at this point. And y'all continue to allow yourself to be hoodwinked. Don't know why. Natalie could be the quote-unquote CEO of anything. It is very obvious and evident that she don't got much control over her own fucking show. Because if Lemuel says this bitch is coming back, Natalie ain't got much to say. She has been overruled by her boss. And one thing about it, Natalie gonna do whatever the fuck it takes for her to continue to make a fucking bag off y'all bitches. Like, Rolly and Natalie gonna keep doing this fighting, and then Natalie gonna take her to the Louis Vuitton store, buy her 2 purses, and then Rolly's gonna be absolutely fine, just like she did last season. I'm so tired of the baddies fucking around with Natalie. And I'm not even team Natalie. I don't really like Natalie, really. I do feel like if she's gonna be CEO, sure, stand on that. Stop fucking around with these girls. But as long as these girls continue to sit here and allow Natalie to act the way she do, I can't feel sympathy for either one of these girls or any other girls on other casts as well. This is what you asked for. This is what you want to do because you have no other surmountable skills to get you through life after baddies. Jayla's the only one with potential because she has her fashion line. Everybody else, what the fuck are y'all gonna do? Because realistically, Biggie and Rolly, y'all records ain't landing on Billboard. And seeing this behavior, I promise you, there's going to be a point in time where restaurants and hotels and buildings start banning bitches like y'all. So then what are y'all really going to do when y'all the poster face on every company's fucking wall saying, don't let them in? I hope y'all working on a college degree or using this to get a fucking, bag to pay for college because y'all going to have to figure out another way to make a living. Because baddies is going to come to an end. Everybody this season is exhausted with the constant fighting and no real plot or storyline. Everybody that's fighting, we're all asking the same thing. What are we fighting for? And then we're also seeing the negative impact that this show has on the youth. These kids don't even want to fucking go to school anymore. These niggas is out here talking about they want to fight the lady at the McDonald's drive-thru because she didn't do light ice. Like, this is baddies culture. When I could have swore being a baddie means you independent. You ain't got to depend on no man. You got to check. You make your bag. You pay for everything. You got your house. You got your crib. You're stable on your own. You worked hard. That's baddie shit. Not whatever the fuck y'all bitches is doing. So realistically, all y'all need to pack it up and stop arguing with Natalie. Because the only one that's directly benefiting from this is Natalie. Not really y'all. Y'all get a cute little $25,000 a fucking season. That's cute. Natalie making millions off of y'all. So really, what is this show doing for you? And stop coming on the internet to argue with Natalie, especially if you're going to be just coming back next fucking season. You're wasting our time and you're wasting your breath.